Leicestershire's wretched LV County Championship campaign ended with another very big defeat by a Derbyshire record of 408 runs, as they were the latest team to be blown away by the magnificent Mark Footit, who made the most of a second 100 in the same match from Ben Slater and a maiden county ton from Cheteshwar Pujara at the 3A county ground. Leicestershire actually started the day well, as Wayne Madsen was caught pulling Ben Rain, having added only 3 runs to his overnight 66. But Slater was then dropped behind 3 balls later, still on his starting tally of 73, the total on 166 for 2. It was a slow and nervy start to the morning for Slater, who began it needing just 27 runs to become the first Derbyshire batsman to score 200s in the same match since 2010. The first of his career had come on the very first day of this game. Pujara had been at the centre of some controversy on that same day when he was out handling the ball. He's had a short stint in Derby to try to improve his overall game, and he made a very handsome unbeaten 90 in the win at Surrey last week. Runs for him here made this just about the perfect day for his team, one which is finishing this season very strongly indeed. The Indian was immediately looking very impressive. The adrenaline must have been pumping through his partner Slater when he drove Rob Taylor for a boundary which took him to 98. Then his heart must have been close to coming out of his chest when he survived a very big appeal for a catch behind off Tom Wells when he was on 99. How Slater would have loved a ball like this one instead from James Sykes that was pulled to the boundary to take Pujara to his 50 off only 53 balls, that being his 11th 4. He hadn't bothered exhausting his partner by making him run too much between the wickets. Slater spent 11 balls on 99, and he then helped this delivery from Wells to the third man boundary to get to 3 figures for the second time in the match, the first Derbyshire-born man to do that since Chris Adams in 1996. The 23-year-old reacted as if this was the kind of thing he does every other week. His second ton of the game had occupied 251 balls and contained 13 fours, and those at the ground warmly applauded him for his monumental efforts. The fielders were less appreciative after that big appeal. Slater was finally dismissed on the stroke of lunch for 119, missing a pull off Dan Redfern to leave with his side on 290 for 3. This was a game he will never forget. The afternoon session saw Derbyshire come out and play some shots, the lead already standing at 438, Wes Durston providing some moments of invention. Pujara, of course, had his own concerns. He'd resumed after the break on 65 and continued to play some delightful cricket shots as he aimed to speedily get to 3 figures before a declaration. Announcing his delight for the city of Derby and its surrounding areas, Pujara has become an instant hero in these parts, and he would have been desperate to sign off his short time with them with a century. He got to that off his 115th delivery with this quick single. He'd struck 15 fours and 1 6 in a classy knock which saw him get to 3 figures for the 27th time in his career. Some effort that for a 26-year-old. The declaration followed immediately with Derbyshire on 372 for 3, and that left the visitors a massive 521 runs to win. They needed to do that to avoid becoming the first team since the Second World War to go through 2 successive championship seasons without tasting success, and Footit soon had them in trouble by bowling Greg Smith third ball. Footit has been fantastic all summer long, and his pace and movement with the ball proved to be way too much for Ned Eckersley, who had his middle stump removed by the left armour. Not for the first time, Footit was running through the top order. Redfern's LBW gave the bowler his 80th championship wicket of a sensational season. He was named in England's performance programme on the previous day, and on this form, a test match cannot be far away for the 28-year-old. He has come from nowhere this year and bagged his 4th wicket of the innings in his 5th over by having Angus Robson taken down the leg side to leave Leicestershire on 41 for 4. Tony Palladino then joined in by having Niall O'Brien caught behind to complete a pair as captain, and to leave with his team in another horrible mess. The total read 51 for 6 when Ben Cotton trapped Wells in front before Taylor was also out at 76 for 7. That became 103 for 8 as Sykes was bowled by Durston for 8. Before Footage returned to see Charlie Shrek hole out to give the former Nottinghamshire man his 82nd and final wicket of a season he will remember very fondly. It was also his 6th 5-wicket haul of the year and made him the most successful Derbyshire bowler in this competition since Jeff Miller way back in 1984. In just the 30th over of the innings, Atif Sheikh was LBW to Durston and Derbyshire had won in a flash. Leicestershire all out for just 112, footed with figures of 5 for 34. It meant a 5th win from 6 games for a team which has put behind them their early season on and off the pitch problems. On this evidence, they will be one of the favourites for promotion in 2015. They appear to also have a very good team spirit. They took this game by a massive 408 runs, the best ever in terms of runs for Derbyshire, and will end the campaign with 188 points and a 4th placed finish. Leicestershire and their supporters will be left feeling rotten. Although the 108 points they accrued this year was better than the 79 they got last time out, they have now not won for more than 2 years and they lost 10 of their 16 contests this season. They have a lot to sort out in the winter months.